All right, game number one between Saunamen and iMAGINE here at twitch.tv/naturalselection2. I'm Wasabi1, joined by Ren26. Let's get this bad boy going. Ren, take it away.
Marine spawning in flight control on the left. They've got a 4-1 split, which is a little bit odd, and an early arms lab and an armory. That's very odd. Commander's going to be building all that for a very long time. Means no med packs in the first engagement, which will probably be down in comp lab, with Nitzy pushing beyond the extractor, just trying to get some early kills. He's going up against 3 skulks, so he's going to have a very hard time. That nice early kill onto B1, scaring off Onzor. Phenomenally well played by Nitzy. That was some incredible aim. And he's taken 2 skulks out with 1 rifle volley, and he's going up against another 2 skulks, and those early engagements are really going to help.
Now, part of what we saw this weekend between Snails and Titus was a lot of alien wins. I seem to think, and I think you'll probably agree with me here, that Saunamen's strongest play is absolutely their Marine rounds, and these guys are just wicked shots. I have a feeling that we're going to see a lot of heavy pressure like we do right now from Tane over in Data Core, as well as, clearing what seems to be not possible by any other player's standard.
Yeah, this is very odd. So we've got the commander slowly building his base up. It was actually an IP and an armory, an arms lab. I'm getting that all wrong. Two cappers just on the north side, and 2 highly aggressive players. One, as you said, Tane in the hive. Another player down in ventilation. So some extremely aggressive plays from a couple of Marines, and Nitzy just holding comp lab alone. Very impressive stuff from Saunamen so far, and that's going to set them up for extractors very early on.
All right, now on the other side, the aliens currently are holding ventilation. They've got the Gorge tunnel set up there. Little Gorgy B1 headed to Reactor Core. But again, we saw this from the Snails this weekend, capping Reactor Core. They know it's a natural for Data Core. It's going to make it even that much harder for them to take the room and clear it and build the Harvester. So this is a great play by Saunamen to help deny early res to the aliens.
Yeah, iMAGINE playing a very slow game. You see right now they have the idea of taking back Reactor Core, which they've lost control of, but they're not getting it done. They've got a Gorge that could have really helped in that engagement, but they refuse to push in. Reactor Core is now the opposition's, and that's an extractor that they're going to hold for a very long time, I suspect. You can see Llama, he's got no backup on that northern line, so they may take it just by him falling back. The southern line, though, they've got problems on there. So the 2 Marines obviously now pushing on the southern side. Oh, nice one. Wob gets an early kill. This is good. The aliens are now catching up a little bit. They're a little bit behind on res. Saunamen on 5, iMAGINE on 2. They should get lurks up moderately soon, and maybe that's what they need to take a 3rd Harvester. You can see they've got that Gorge tunnel I was describing as well, which is really nice to see.
Yeah, and this is a great win for them up here in the north to grab this extractor. They need that natural up as quickly as they can. Got to get those lurks out and those fades out. We're still about 6 P-res away from the lurks and quite a ways away from the fades. While the Marines are sitting on 5 extractors, dropping their their armory now, as they've gone for weapons 1 ahead of everything else.
Yeah, Saunamen tech path is really strong right now, completely unhindered. They've lost 1 extractor, it looks like. Not sure when that was, but it's not enough at this point. We're sitting on 5 total. Nice attempt to take on ventilation, but that Gorge tunnel means that 3 skulks and 1 Gorge are in position immediately. And whilst Nate is doing some phenomenal aim, I don't think he'll be able to clear off all of those players.
Up in the
Let's
north,
open up one of the extractors.
Yeah, open up in the north. Wee just takes out Onzor in a great play for him, saving the north essentially. And even over in Reactor Core, it looks like we've still got needs over here, but B1 is going to get this Harvester up, now getting pressured from Wee as well.
Nice pressure. The Marines keep pushing glass hallway, Reactor Core, ventilation, and it works really, really well every game. If you're highly aggressive, it makes it very difficult for the aliens, and even as the Marine, if you're the opposite side as well.
Lurks are up in Reactor Core. Yeah, Lurks going in, helping out up here. Now we're going to start seeing some pressure back from the aliens, hopefully pushing the Marines back, but they've got to get on this res. You cannot let the Marines sit on 5 extractors for that long at all. Tane going down here in ventilation. Ancestral just playing hyper aggressive, and now it looks like Wob has joined him. They're going to go after the res nodes here, which is the right play in my opinion, but weapons 2 almost complete and shotguns on the way.
Yeah, it's absolutely very late for these Hearties to be going down. It's really nice that finally they're getting 2 of them down, but you can see the amount of upgrades they're now having, and I think about the 5.5 minute mark, we'll have shotguns, weapons 2, armor 1, and the potential for phase gates. As soon as they take the map control, they'll probably be dropping those phase gates. It's going to be very difficult for the aliens to recover from this, and even when the fades come in, they're going up against very strong Marines, and it's going to be a tough uphill fight for them.
And it looks like we've still got a Gorge. He's not currently down in the south, but 2 Marines are making their way back down into sub-axis right now, while Llama and Wee are battling both of the lurks, getting some pretty good hits on these guys with those weapons 2 rifles, and both Lurks are able to get away as the Skulk sacks himself to the 2 Marines.
Some really, really good aim from those Marines, but the Gorge can heal up those 2 Lurks. They fall back to the tunnel, and then they even tunnel back to the southern area. As I've said, it's really useful to have that tunnel up. 2 Lurks are now in position to defend. They're clearing it. They lose the tunnel. Gorge is still alive, though, so hopefully he can just come straight down and recover that.
And the pressure really coming from both sides. I like that they're not playing through crossroads. I like that they keep going to the north and the south, because they know that the aliens are in a harder spot coming from Data Core to move into crossroads to take it, so they're going to be going for the north and south expansions, and they're just able to push out these life forms. Yes, Atrium's getting attacked now, but look how long they've still continued to stay on 5 extractors.
It's really good, and as we saw, the 2 extractors did go down about a minute and a half ago. It did deny the armor 1, but then the RTs weren't harassed recently, so the armor, there it is, straight on time. Armor 1 is now being unlocked, and they're going to be even up to 6 extractors. Atrium may go down, actually, that's really good from Owenzor. But again, Crossroads rebuild, Sub-Axis rebuild, and the aggression to Sub-Axis has been scanned. You've even got Imagine's Commander Highvol trying to get in on the engagements, which is usually a bad sign. It's usually a sign that they're not feeling particularly strong, and maybe the potential base push.
I would say that this is the right play. You know, all your Marines are outside. Yes, they have the obs, but you can do some good damage, pull them back. I mean, this is your opportunity to get their res flow down. So this is when you hit Sub-Axis and Crossroads, and you expand up into Atrium all the way.
Absolutely. As soon as you hear that beacon, if they haven't got phase tech up, you know exactly where all the Marines are going to be, and it's nowhere near those extractors. So that's the first target. You see Ancestor in the middle there in Crossroads with Owenzor. He was taking on the extractor as soon as possible, and then the guys finally run in, but it gives them maybe 20 seconds of damage, which is a really healthy amount.
Owenzor getting a great kill there in Crossroads, just coming out of the vent at the right time against Tane. The Lurks are definitely starting to harass Wee, who's got a shotgun in hand, just trying to scout one of them out. Sub-Axis does go down, but it does not look like Highvol has chosen to spread infestation to Atrium, but Ancestral goes down, walking right into the shotgun in Crossroads.
Perfect play from Wee. His shotgun aim, he had 3 shots, he hit Wob once and he hit Ancestral twice. Those lurks were low, and he actually got a lurk kill. Really phenomenal play from these Marines, and that's the weapons too. It's really impressive how much work they're getting done right now. Nice one. Maldra alone into the enemy base, pops the beacon, then the extractors are the target. Saunamen down to 3, and they're about to lose probably another 1, maybe 2. No, it doesn't look like they're going to lose another 1, but Crossroads will go down, it looks like. I don't think they'll recover that in time with 3 guys on top of it. So they're down to 2 extractors now. Saunamen, for the next couple of minutes, will probably just have to spend their time recapping, but they're already very ahead on upgrades. They've got weapons to armor 2, a lot of shotguns in hand. They've even all got welders, so it's a very strong Marine team right now. But these beacons, these RT kills, it delays Marines a little bit, but also provides them with the opportunity to get the fates up and maybe turn this into a victory, because right now it's a struggle.
The thing I'm seeing too is Imagine's using a lot of pack play, which is working well to their advantage. You can see them coming right back into Marine start now. Nate not very far away. Wee's spawning in at the right time, but they're doing damage, and they're keeping the focus on the left side of the map and away from their RTs and from their own upgrades. So I think they're doing exactly the right thing right now to win against the Saunamen Marines.
It's really, really good. These base pushes, the Marines are leaving their base open. Imagine are taking advantage of that, and we'll probably see that impact if they can defend Crevice. If they can keep these Marines down, they'll probably take the Atrium Hive, I suspect. This is definitely the next play. The res is there, they've saved it, they have got 3 biomass in their first hive. The next play has to be the second hive. It's up to Saunamen to deny that second hive, and it's up to Imagine to clear a room and take the hive. That's the play right now.
You got double shotguns and ventilation, you got Rupture going off. The fade down, Malga flashing his fade in ventilation. Oh, you just cannot underestimate a shotgun in the hand of a Saunamen Marine. Losing that lurk like they did in Crossroads, and now the fade, that puts Imagine in a really tough position to work on an in-game here.
Yep, the Saunamen are too strong right now. You can see they're soloing some of these higher life forms. It's unbelievable how well they're playing. They're finally killing extractors, so the aliens are on top of that. But the Saunamen have already got their upgrades. The res has been spent. They've got everything they need to win. You can see their aim is good enough with weapons too. They've cleared 1 fade. There's only 1 remaining, and the P-res is looking very bad for the aliens.
Yeah, this is a very tough situation to be in. You know, sitting on 3 extractors for now, the aliens, you know, they're getting okay income to their P-res banks, but not nearly enough to keep up with where the Marines already are with their upgrades. And now they're just annihilating reactor core by using their axes. And ventilation has lost its crag and whip. this is a really, really hard one to come back from losing that second fade.
Onsor goes down to 10%. Again, you're seeing these Marines playing so well with these shotgun rifle combinations. The shotgunners are aiming impeccably. It makes it very difficult for the fades, which is pretty much just Onsor at this point, making it very difficult for him to get anything done. You see he has to go back to the hive often, very often, and it takes a lot of time to run to the hive, heal up, and run back to combat. And within that time, we're probably going to be seeing phase tech unlocked. And they're going to be working on phase tech, maybe to reactor core, maybe to atrium, maybe to crossroads. Marines have got a couple of options right now, and the aliens have pretty much only got one option: harass the base and hope you can delay the Marines long enough again. But they're really running out of options, and it's got to be the second hive with base aggression.
Yeah, reactor core is really strong for potential phase gate. Looks like they're going to take a little bit of time, get some extractors back up. They know the aliens are totally on their back foot. They know taking down the one lurk and the fade was a big problem. But here we go. Aliens pushing directly into Marine start. And the Marine commander's like, yeah, I got money. I'm not worried about forcing the beacon right away. And what are they going to do? You know, they're not going to be able to take down any of my extractors right away. And they don't. And now the phase tech started, and now they know, okay, let's just end this.
Yeah, so when you get this kind of aggression from the aliens, one of your best defenses is phase tech. It means even if you have to beacon, it's not too costly because of the map control you can take back almost immediately, and also you won't necessarily need to beacon because you'll just get some guys phase back and defend. The phase tech is the perfect counterplay to the kind of plays we're seeing from the aliens. They've been predicted, they've been out-strategied, and I think at this point the aliens are going to run out of options, probably run out of life forms too.
Battling going on up here in Atrium, and look at how much they have to pack play in order to protect that fade. You know, and even using that lurk so closely, not even the far spikes up in Atrium like you're seeing from Wob down here now in Crossroads. B1 coming in from behind, probably should have hit more than one of those bites on Tane, but just didn't happen. And these Saunamen are almost like gods walking on the field amongst mortals.
What I really like to see from Saunamen is they're welding each other up immediately. As soon as they're out of combat, as soon as the engagement has ended, they're welding each other up. They've got the med packs and they're back to full HP. Then they'll reload, not a problem. And it's really effective. You can see right now Saunamen have just held Crossroads through playing well, welding each other up. There's the phase gate, and this is looking like the push play from the Marines. I suspect they'll probably go for the Harvesters and maybe crush the base. And
you can almost let the phase gate go at this point. Push in, do some damage. I think they're going to take out these naturals first, which is probably the better move in general. You don't want the chance of another lurk or another fade popping out. You want to be able to just take these guys when you move into that hive. And they do lose the phase gate.
Yeah, I agree with that call. The aliens need that third harvester, or second harvester, because they've lost reactor core way more than the Marines need that phase gate. Nate is just now sitting in base defending. He's got the commander in the chair as well, and there is a beacon available, which they may need to force at this point. There it is.
So forcing the beacon, they got a little ways to walk back, but again, like you said, they took down that second harvester, so the aliens are down to only their natural RT back in data core, and they're in a really tough position right now.
Yeah, at this point, the aliens are just terrified that they'll lose that fade because they're pretty much... I mean, that's going to be GG, I think. When Onsor dies, that's going to be GG, unless they can delay the game so long that they can get a second pack of lurks and fades. But that's going to take a long time. It's going to take a lot of base pushes. And there's another one attempted. This is the fifth, maybe the sixth base push they're going for. And every time it's succeeding. The beacon may be forced. You got Llama. No, they forced the beacon. This is madness.
Oh, but B1's still staying on the obs. Everybody ignoring him. Oh, down to 2%. They're going to heal that bad boy back up. Oh... You know, if trying to force them to spend any money is great. You know, I like that they're going around and killing power nodes in the room right now. I think that's a little bit more useful of their time to, you know, to buy time for themselves. And it also forces the Marines to have to sit there and heal it up, which makes them a little more prone to attack.
Yeah, the Saunamen are becoming a little bit complacent with these beacons. They're very expensive. I know they've got a lot of extractors, but if you're having to spend all that excess surplus res on beacons and losing the map control from the beacon as well, it's going to make it very tough to get a win. And if you wait long enough, the aliens will catch up, and that can be really bad for your victory conditions.
And the aliens are about to overwhelm in the north, taking the extractor down. An Atrium infestation already spread. 50 res in the bank, and Malga, Onsor, and Wob just won an engagement at Marine Start, forcing the commander out of the chair and bringing the team back through the phase gate. But Onsor gets caught. Where did that happen?
That was in the base. That was out of flight control. He was trying to escape from the northern side.
I just missed it. So now they're down to no fades.
Yes, and the phase gate's done, the weapons tree has started. I mean, there is no better game-winning position than this. There is no defense the aliens could mount that could stop the Saunamen right now. I can't imagine how well they would have to play to crush these incredibly strong Marines right now. They're playing so well, so consistently. There's no way the Skulks can clear this.
Yeah, and they're dropping the Hive up in Atrium, which, isn't really going to do them much good. Getting the third Harvester, great, but now your base is under attack by Tane. He gets cleared here by Malgan and Zestriel with the help of Wob and the spikes. Shotgun's not going to be able to get retrieved probably in time unless Llama and we can get in there quickly enough. And right now, I mean, they're just sitting on so much income, and all they have to do is just kind of pick their target and push in.
Nitsy's up in the north, he's going against a Lurker, Skulk, and a Gorge. He's going up against the Drifter as well, which he took out, which denies the building of the Hive for a little bit. I suspect they'll succeed in building that Hive actually, but at the cost of Data Core Hive probably, and maybe even the Harvester too, which is going down. All the shells going down. Hive will the commander out of the chair. Lurk is flying around, he's been scanned. The Saunamen are clearing the shells, they're not clearing the commander, and they may actually get taken out at this point. The medpack is phenomenally well done by Hopsu. Incredibly accurate medpacks.
Yeah, the bone wall helping a little bit there, but Llama finally getting Hival in that last shot there. They took down the first shell. They're working on the second one right now. And the aliens are really just in a tough disadvantage right now. He is doing everything he can to get that last shell down. 7%. Wob says, not today.
Harvester went down in Data Core, which is going to make it a very difficult struggle from this point on. Reactor Core is massively under attack. A potential phase gate in here, especially with that Lurk unable to clear the room, and Nitsy pushing the Gorge as well. This is a really tough position. Aliens are running out of options, and they are running out of time too.
Yeah, I mean, they are not giving up, though. So, you got to appreciate that underdog attitude in saying, okay, it looks like this is over, but if we can maybe get this Hive up, what does that give us? It gives us Biomass 4, which unlocks the Bile Bomb, right? It's been researched, but he can't use it until 4. Right? Oh, wait.
I believe Bile Bomb is still Biomass 3, I'm not 100% sure. They do get access to Umbra, which is something I'm massively fond of.
And I apologize, guys.
Umbra is game-changing.
Dang balance changes. I'm still trying to catch up on all of them.
It's looking pretty good for the aliens a little bit more now. They're clearing up some of these pushes. Again, they're running out of Harvesters, which will probably cost them the long game. But maybe they can clear up the Crossroads phase gate. They're even targeting it right now. And it'll probably be more base pushes if they take out that phase gate.
Marines have invested in mines. They're placed around Marine start. Yes, there was some pressure at Crossroads. 25% on that phase gate. Needs just will not die up in the north, taking out one after another. Finally goes down. And it looks like this Hive is ready to go online. But still, that phase gate should be a heavy target right now in Crossroads at only 25%. They could rush in there right now with that Skulk and Lurk and take it out.
The Saunamen have taken so long that we're getting to the point where the Lurks, the original Lurks, Wob and Ancestral, are about to hit that 35 P-res mark in a couple of minutes. They could potentially be going Fades. It depends how proficient they are at Fade. I suspect at this level, they're probably confident enough to take those Fades despite them being Lurk players. And maybe that's what the aliens will use, maybe to turn it around. Looks like Wob died. I think that's an acceptable loss of Reactor Core. Yes, as I said, he's close to the Fade, and that must be their target at this point.
Cat Pack's being researched, and I just think that is a nasty little present in store for the iMAGINE aliens, as right now they're getting assaulted at both hives. This is a really tough situation. We've seen this before in the Premier level when both sides are being pressured. How do you possibly defend? And with half your units dead, the other half not really evolved beyond Skulk, with Leap, I mean, that's about all you got.
So this is the attempt to take out the Data Core Hive. You've got 3 Marines pushing in, 2 Shotgunners. They've got Weapons 3 and a Rifleman backing them up. I believe they've all got Welders. The Gorge Channel's going down. Drift is going down. Bone Wall's being dropped. It's probably not going to get much done. Hival's out the chair and he's dead. They're running out of eggs, and without eggs in this room, they won't be able to defend this Hive. There it is. The triple Skulk have been scanned. They're clearing these guys up with phenomenal aim. Ancestral Wob and Malga trying to hide themselves, but this is going to be GG. At least on this Hive. And I think it's a matter of time for the next one as well.
Yeah, now these two guys are going to turn around and pretty much put their focus on the Hive. Let their third shotgunner, kind of be the defense guy. And, there's really nothing they can do at this point You got a Marine up in Atrium who's popped all the eggs up there as well. And now it's just a matter of killing all the aliens, which they just are about to do with Wob. And
all aliens dead.
That's
Highs under attack.
That's
Eggs
it.
going
As
F4,
they
yep.
go F4. So well played to Saunamen, the super aggressive Marines, which we expect. Taking it in round number 1.